All right, let's talk about the architecture of apathy. Look, there's a real reason you might be feeling stuck, even when life is supposed to be better than it's ever been. We're going to dig into the hidden forces behind that feeling. So let me ask you a question. Does this sound familiar? I mean, you have everything right at your fingertips. Endless food, endless entertainment, a safe place to live. And yet, why does it so often feel like you're just running on empty, completely drained of any real motivation?
Well, here's a thought. What if this feeling isn't an accident? What if it's not some personal failing? The argument we're breaking down today is that your environment, the world you live in, is actually being engineered to destroy your drive. And it's doing it with two, let's call them traps.
Okay, so let's dive into trap number 1, artificial rewards. This is all about hijacking your primitive brain. See, modern society is feeding us things that our ancient biology, well, it's just not built to handle.
And the main weapon in this trap? It's something called a super stimulus. You can think of it like a cheat code for your brain's reward system. It's a reward that's way more intense than anything our ancestors ever experienced, and it just completely hijacks your dopamine circuits.
And this comparison here, wow, it just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got the natural reward, like the mild boost our ancestors got from chewing cocoa leaves, or the real satisfaction from a good nutrient-dense steak. But then, look at the other side. The super stimulus. That same plant is refined into cocaine. That real food is engineered into processed junk food. See the difference? One is earned and fulfilling. The other is a totally unearned, overwhelming blast of pleasure that leaves you wanting more. And this is how they get you. It creates this hijack loop. First, you engage with some kind of empty stimulus. Maybe it's hyperpalatable food. Maybe it's just mindlessly scrolling through social media. Boom. You get a massive, unearned dopamine spike. No real effort required. But here's the kicker. Your deeper biology, it's not fooled. It knows you didn't actually do anything meaningful. So you're left with no real fulfillment. And what happens then? You just crave more to fill that void, chasing a high that gets weaker and weaker every single time. It's a brutal cycle.
And this quote just nails it. Every time you seek cheap pleasure online, you are willingly stepping into an artificial trap designed to completely castrate your ambition. I mean, let that sink in. It's not just a quick fix. You're willingly stepping into a system designed to make real life, real achievement feel boring.
So that's trap number 1. But it doesn't work alone. It works hand in hand with another equally dangerous force. Because it's not just about what you're consuming, it's also about what you're avoiding. And that brings us to the second trap, the danger of total comfort.
This idea, a lot of it comes from thinkers like Dr. Jordan Peterson. And the core concept is this. You are biologically and psychologically built to take on a maximal load. Think about that. You are not designed for a life of ease. Your entire being, your mind, your body, is built to face difficulty, to carry a heavy weight. We're literally built for the struggle. And this table just shows the two paths so clearly, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got a life of total safety and comfort. And where does that lead? Not to happiness, no. It leads to boredom, apathy, and even self-destruction. But the other path, the one of voluntary challenge, that's where you find meaning. That's where you find purpose and real authentic strength. Right. A human in an environment with no mountains to climb, we just start to self-destruct out of sheer boredom. It's like a knight with no dragon to slay, or an explorer with no new worlds to find. When we don't have those external challenges, we turn that energy inward, and we just start tearing ourselves apart. Life becomes this flat, boring landscape, and for a creature that evolved to strive, that is a very dangerous place to be. Okay, so there you have it. That's the architecture of apathy, a world packed with artificial rewards and almost zero real challenges. It sounds bleak, right? But here's the thing. You are not powerless against it. So what's the path forward? How do we reclaim our drive?
The escape plan is basically a direct reversal of the two traps we just talked about. Step 1, you have to cut out the artificial noise. Eliminate those empty, compulsive rewards. Let your brain reset so that, the plain steak of real life actually starts to taste good again. And step 2, you have to take on the heaviest load you can, voluntarily. Don't wait for challenges to come to you. Go out and find them. Aim high. Set your life straight.
And when you do this, something really amazing happens. The moment you voluntarily choose to take on a heavy burden, all the inevitable catastrophe and suffering in life, it suddenly justifies itself. It's not just random, meaningless pain anymore. It becomes the fuel for the nobility of your striving. It gives everything a purpose. And this really is the ultimate truth, isn't it?
We've all been sold this lie that comfort and ease are the goal. But deep, true joy, it's not found on the couch. It's forged in the brutal, beautiful struggle of self-mastery.
Look, the modern world might want you comfortable, docile, and just consuming. But the way out, the way to reclaim your drive, is to stand up and carry something heavy. So that leaves us with one final, very personal question to think about. What is the heaviest burden you can choose to bear?